Okay, in this video series, we'll set up Prow CI/CD system on our local Windows minikube setup. So the prerequisites for this is that first of all you have to install minikube for Windows on your machine, and so for that. Uh, Here you can see I've already installed minikube for Windows. So this is the prerequisite. So once you install that, your minikube should automatically be available in a path. So you can use that. And once you install that, Prow has around 6-7 pods. So it's a good idea to download and cache all the required container images for Prow beforehand, because later on when you deploy the Prow YAML, you might delete and redeploy the YAML files. So we don't want to end up in a situation where all the images, these Prow container images, are again and again downloaded from the internet. So just execute these minikube cache add commands on all the required container images. So if I do that, so I've already done that because I already had a Prow setup here, which I just created before recording the video. So if you see, I have all the images already available. Minikube cache system. So all the required images are already available. So with this, since this is a Hyper-V based minikube setup, I'll just open Hyper-V management console to show you the current state. Yeah, so I have the following virtual machines currently running on my available on my system. As you can see, there is no minikube VM. So once we start the minikube cluster, a minikube VM would be created. So with that, let's start the minikube instance. Yeah, see, so here the minikube VM has been created, and we'll just set up. It will just set it up, and then once it is ready for use, we'll proceed further with the rest of the instructions for deploying Prow. So I'll just close the Hyper-V manager because we don't need this for just mark it for now. Besides minikube, we also need ultrahook to be installed. So ultrahook is a Ruby gem which is available. So ultrahook, what it does is it allows GitHub hooks to be sent to a non-public kind of an endpoint, like an endpoint which is present on a local host. So it has a public proxy which essentially proxies the GitHub hook. And it tunnels those hooks to the local endpoint. So you can go to the UltraHook website, register there, and once you register with your email ID, they will generate an API key for your use, and that API key would be sent to your email ID. And once you get that API key, then you have to create .ultra hook file, and that ultra hook file needs to be present in ultra hook. So this file you have to create in your home directory, user home directory. So this is my home directory on Windows. Set user, so user profile. So this is the user profile directory. I'm in the user profile directory, and here you need to create a file by the name contents of this ultrahook file is the API key which you will get once you register yourself with your email ID on the ultrahook website. So I am not going to dump the contents because this has my API key, but I mean the API key email which you'll get will have all the instructions. So on Linux you have to place it in the tilde directory, that will be your home directory on Linux. And then you have to install ultrahook. Ultrahook, as I said earlier, is a Ruby gem, so you need to first of all install Ruby for that, and then you need to yeah, you need to do a gem install ultrahook. So if you see, I think yeah, so this minikube has started, so I'll just do here gem. So see, it's the gem is also there, Ruby is also installed. So then you just have to install ultrahook. Once you install ultrahook, then you will be able to use ultrahook also. But that will come later. I'll yeah. So this is also working. So these are the prerequisites which are required for setting up Prow. So the first thing that you need is you need to install minikube on your machine. Then after installing minikube, you have to add all the Prow related container images to your local minikube cache, so that you don't as you proceed with the with Prow deployment, you might have to delete the Prow namespaces again and recreate them again and multiple times. So this would make sure that we don't every time we recreate the Prow images, Prow deployment, we don't end up pulling all these images over and over again. So little bandwidth would be conserved. Then you have to install Ruby, register yourself on ultrahook, get the API key in your email, and then create a .ultrahook file in your user directory. And the content of that .ultrahook would be basically your API key contents. And there's one more prerequisite for once we install Kubernetes and other things. So we need to enable dashboard and ingress controller. These other three are required for dashboard and ingress. So I just put everything in one together. So you just execute all these commands. So once you have this, once your minikube is up and running like it is here, status. It says that it's running. Okay, so then what you can do is you can just copy these commands which enable the following add-ons, because we want to look at the Kubernetes dashboard. We want to CSI host path driver is required for sharing secret files. Then ingress is required to access the services. So we just will just execute all of these one by one together. I just is enable dashboard is enable. So see metric service, it says metric service dependency here, so I just enable put metric server also there. And okay, yeah, host path driver and ingress will take little time. And so yeah, so once the add-ons are enabled, then we are set to deploy the YAML file. So yeah.